good to see you again.
Good to see you, Chris.
Thank you for coming to the office of here in Atlanta, Mia Post Southeast. We appreciate your time to come in and look at our technology.
Thank you.
And I'd like to introduce you to Jim McDonald.
Hi, Alexis.
Hi,
How are
Jim.
you?
Good.
Jim.
Nice to meet you.
Jim McDonald is our sales manager, and I've asked him to come today to kind of help us through the demo and to get to meet you, and has a wealth of experience to share with you.
Great.
I know what you're going to see today. You're going to like. But first, before we get started, tell me what you do.
I'm the system operator.
Okay. So you get to see the mail each and every day coming through there. Are your business critical documents?
Yes.
Perfect.
And I'm the
Okay.
CFO here at Woodward's office.
Okay, so you are the money guy that can actually make the decision on this deal.
Yes, I can.
Perfect. That's great. I know you're going to like what you're going to see here too. So.
Wonderful. Well, let's just review quickly the meetings that we've had over the last several weeks. I just want to make sure that I understand your current situation fully, so that we make great use of your time today here at the demo. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So currently you're processing $8,000 per month in postage, correct? Okay. And about 80% of that is number 10 envelopes and postcards.
Right.
Okay, good. 10% of that is flats, and 10% of that is priority mail.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Now let's talk a little bit more about the business critical items that you've kind of detailed to me. And these were things that you said were just very, well, they were critical. They were important, they were vital to your organization and how you're going to move forward. And the first one was, Alexis, you said that whatever your choice is on new technology or new solutions, it's got to be easy to use.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's my priority to get the mail processed and out the door as quickly as possible. So we have several folks who will be using this piece of equipment, and it needs to be easy to use so that we don't have to retrain or re-familiarize people with the equipment.
That makes sense. Thank you. Operational efficiency. That sounds like that just tags on right along to her comments, doesn't it?
Exactly. Like many other organizations, we've had to reduce our staff, and keeping up with the efficiencies with less employees is something that's very high priority for me.
And as much mail as you're doing, Alexis, I would assume that your equipment needs to be durable.
Oh yes, and that's mostly the reason why we're speaking with you today.
Okay. Tell me, why is that? Tell me more.
Well, we've been experiencing a lot of breakdowns,
Okay.
a lot of missed feeds, and we need to fix that. We need to be able to run it and be done with it, and not have to stop.
Yeah. So what happens when you have missed feeds, when you have to stop? What happens? What's the impact of that?
Well, we have delays. We miss our timing for the mail pickup.
Then what happens?
Then we get a call from the top office.
Okay.
Ask why the mail hasn't been done.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. One of the things that you had mentioned to me was sealing. And you had told me a story about how some very vital information was getting leaked out because of improper sealing.
Yes, yes. We receive a lot of donations, and we send a lot of correspondence relating to those donations. And if the information is not sealed properly, that information could be shared to folks we might not want to have see them.
Very good. And looking at any kind of purchase or business decision, you're looking at the true cost of things, the total cost of ownership. Ink cost is something that definitely is going to figure into this, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to look at all the ancillary costs involved with this piece of equipment, and that's one thing that I'm in charge of. Make sure that we are maintaining the costs at a comfortable level.
Very good. And one of the things I know that is a concern is how am I getting mail out the door and how am I utilizing the device? The tapes in the system might be something worth looking at, and I think that we'll be able to show that in our demo today. But looking at these business critical items and considering these as we do our demo today, what I'd like to propose is if we can satisfy these areas of concern, these primary areas, would we have a basis for moving forward on a decision today with the solution?
I believe so.
Okay, great. Let's get started. Let's go to the demo.
Super.
So, Alexis, here's the 6000.
All right.
Okay, and now I'm going to pass this over to our resident expert, Mr. McDonald, who's going to walk you through a few things.
All right.
Hi, Alexis.
Hi.
Well, let me show you a few unique features about the 6000 that's going to meet your application perfectly.
Okay.
The first thing is, what do you notice here about our 6000 system?
Looks very durable.
It is. It's very durable. We're going to show you even more here in a few moments. But if you notice, it comes in components here.
Yes.
One of the unique features of our 6000 is the modularity of it, and it comes in 4 different pieces here. For example, if for some reason you did not want the dynamic scale today, we could actually take that, and if you wanted to add it later, we could add it.
Okay.
Our competitor system does not have that feature. From a maintenance standpoint and repair, if anything were to happen to it and we could not repair it at that time, we can actually replace a piece of this, and so that you would not lose any time as you're processing your mail.
All right.
Great feature on that. This is our operating system. What do you see here on the screen?
Well, the icons are a great size.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the color scheme is very easy on the eyes also.
Very easy on the eyes. One, we want to ensure, because I know that what was important to you is the ease of use, we want to ensure that, one, you had a system that you could easily operate, and we're actually going to touch a few of the icons here
All
for
right.
you. But let me introduce you to the operating system here on the screen. The top part is everything that you're going to see on your envelope or your tape strip, okay?
All right.
Here, these are what is called rate shortcuts. And the neat thing about those is we can actually program the 6 top rates that you use each and every day. And what's unique here too is you can actually name them. For example, you being a nonprofit organization, we named one here Big Money Donors, and that basically all of those would be like all your overnights going out to those, because those would be your special. Do me a favor, hit the rate favorites there.
All
Touch
right.
that little button there for me. Perfect. Well, if for some reason you don't have a rate in one of the 6 rate shortcuts, we can actually program an additional 20 in the rate favorites. So see how simple that was?
Excellent.
Hit the cancel
All right.
button there for me. Perfect. And for some, if rate is not there or in the rate favorites, you can actually go to our rate wizard. Press that.
All right.
Perfect. And you can look for the rate there in our list, in our menu of rates
Great.
there.
Yes.
Okay? Cancel
Okay.
button for me. Perfect. Okay, what do you think so far?
Oh, it's very simple to use.
What do you see here?
I don't recall seeing that on the other system.
Okay, on your the Connect
Yes,
system? Yeah, this is
yes.
something else. You can actually see the amount of ink and your postage right on the screen.
Oh,
So
that's
you know
great.
exactly where you stand. What do
Good.
you see here?
Oh, that's great to have too, right there.
Yep, you have your sealing mode, you have your moistening levels. Press the sealing mode button.
All right.
You have the 3 different levels. I'll show you how easy it is. Read those out for me.
Sealing on nested or closed flaps, nested or already sealed, and no sealing.
I'm going to show you how easy it is to change. Press the top button there. Perfect. Now you're ready to go. That's how simple it was.
That's great.
Yep. Okay. Moistening levels. Depending on the type of envelopes you're using, type of glue, whatever, you can actually adjust the moistening levels for your envelopes. Adjust one. Just put medium.
All right.
Perfect. That's
Okay.
how simple that was. Okay?
Great.
So then weighing mode, depending on if you want to have it the dynamic, I'm sure you saw the weigh on the way,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, ours is called dynamic scale, so press the weighing mode button there. So as you can see, you can change your weighing mode if you're going to use the platform here, the scale platform, or if you're going to use the dynamic, you can change it right from here. So we have weigh all, just put standard weight, press the standard. That's how simple it was to do. So based on what you've seen here, how would you compare the simplicity to the Connect 3000
Oh,
that you
this
saw?
is much simpler.
How would you compare it to the DM1100 that you currently have today?
Oh, it's worlds different.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. So why don't we run a couple of pieces? Hold that for a second there. I'm going
Alright.
to show you a feature that you're really going to like, and it's one of our more popular features called differential weighing. Did they show you this? Do you know over
I
at
don't
Picnic when you
recall.
went to see the Connect
No,
3000?
no.
Okay, you're going to like this, especially with 10% of your mail in flats. So do me a
Okay.
favor, put those on the scale for me.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Press the, put the zip code in.
All right.
Well, that's not. Okay. Press the weighing mode
Okay.
and differential weighing. Perfect. Now take a piece off for me.
All right.
And what it's going to do is calculate the weight that you're taking on. And now you can either process through a tape or run it through the machine. There you go. What's it say on the end?
Oh, that's great.
Perfect. Yeah, there you go. 85
There.
cents. Now, take another one off.
All right.
Beautiful. Now press So if it's a piece an L piece that's too large to go through the system, now you have one. Go ahead and peel and stick that on.
All right.
Now you have one that you can peel right on. There you go. Perfect.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. So, press exit. So what do you think of that feature? Is that a feature that could help you?
Oh, yes. Yes, because we send out different contents.
Absolutely.
In our flats.
Yeah, the nice thing with the differential weight, you can actually take a mail bucket. I mean, what's the most that you ever have at a time, you think?
Oh, maybe 250?
Oh, wow, that's a lot. So you
quite a
can
few.
actually take a mail bucket and put it on there and do that one at a time.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
great.
So, all right. Now, another thing we're going to show here is our dynamic scale. But first of all, let me walk up here to our system here and let me show you a couple of things. Notice our feeding wheels here?
Yes.
Feel those for me.
Oh, they're rubber.
They're not plastic.
Yes,
What did you notice at the Connect 3000 that you saw?
they were plastic.
They were plastic. This is all rubber, very durable rubber here. And so, do me a favor, can you lift this up?
Okay.
Okay. Feel that.
I know, it was
One of the-
very,
One of the
Very
things that you had
sturdy.
talked about is the durability of it. Yeah.
yes.
So in comparison to what you saw previously.
Oh, yeah, this feels more
Yeah.
durable.
All right, take a look at under here. We have large rollers to help feed the mail through. Lift this here.
Okay.
Also, take a look at the open environment.
It's very easy.
Yeah, if a
Yes.
stoppage would occur, be very easy to remove. Would you not agree?
Mm-hmm.
How you like our conveyor belt
there
feeding
is.
system here?
Yeah.
That's to help handle every size envelope. Number 10 envelope, 9 by 12, whatever. Run right through the system.
Okay.
Also, you mentioned sealing was very important.
Yes.
Yeah, that's big. Did they show you the sealing system that they have in the Connect?
No, they didn't point that out.
Yeah. Let me show you what their new sealing system is. The DM1100 that you currently have today actually has a jet spray sealing system.
Yes.
It's been around almost 20 years. Well, they actually have, the reason they show it to you is because now here's a picture of their new sealing system. It's actually a felt system. Very limited technology.
Yes.
So within the felt system, obviously it acts like a sponge. You can either put too much water on there, not enough water, and so you don't have the control that you do on the jet spray. Now let me show you ours. Actually, ours is a dual jet spray system
Oh.
for tip-to-tip sealing, right? For larger envelopes, smaller
Right.
envelopes, flap goes through, right?
Right.
So think of the technology here compared to the felt system with the pitney.
Yes.
Okay. Also, within now the DM1100, you said you had some issues with the sealing before.
Yes, for it to adhere. It was very blotchy.
Yeah. Did it ever get stopped up sometimes? And you had to get
Yes.
service in. Well, one of the things that we've actually have is we have a multiple filtration system. Here's one of our filters. So the nice thing is you can actually just use tap water if need to be.
Oh.
So, and this will actually pick up anything that's going to prevent clogging.
Okay, that's great.
Okay? All right, shut that for me.
All right.
You notice the keyboard.
Oh,
Did
yes.
anything happen?
It didn't come off.
No, it did not come off. You're exactly right. By the way, just a quick point. To show you how, ours is a production system. This is actually twice the size fluid container that you'll see in the Connect. So.
All right.
Also, you mentioned ink.
Yes.
This is our ink system here. This is our inking system, and this you can process up to 100,000 envelopes and
that's
indices,
great.
up to 100,000. They talk about their inking. I know cost was very important to you, and
No, they did not, but I know I can't run that many pieces without replacing them.
yeah, actually on the Connect, the max is up to 45,000, so you're going to get a yield of over twice. And actually, one of the things we found is your savings can be up to 20% savings on the ink. And a couple of reasons for it is that, one, not only from the yield, but also in the fact that we use what is called the IBI Light. We can use up to 40%, we do use up to 40% less ink in producing the indition. One last point on our ink system. Did Pitney Bowes talk to you about their print heads?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, their print heads is actually a replaceable consumable, and just letting you know about our print heads, as you know with all printing devices, there's a print heads. Actually, ours is spec'd out for the life of the machine. There's a spec out. They say for up to 80,000 impressions, and there's a cost factor involved. However, I can tell you in many cases they don't last 80,000 impressions. So something to think about. But as I said, ours is spec'd out for the life of the system.
Very good.
Okay, Alexis, we're going to run some mail now. But first, I want to show you a couple little features on there. Do me a favor, press the Add Slogan button there.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to select an ad slogan. Obviously, with the holiday season coming up, let's put Season's Greetings. And we've also created a little text for you. Press the text button here. There you go. Press that there where it says Woodruff Arts. What does that say?
Woodruff Arts Center, thank you for your support.
Yep. Now that is going to go on every piece of mail that's going out now. Okay. What do you notice here?
We have different size mail.
Yep. Different sizes, different rates. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually run this in our differential weighing. So we're going to weigh each and every piece. Press the weighing mode button for me there.
All right.
Perfect. Weigh all. Dynamic weighing. Green button. Ready to go. Weighing every piece as it goes through. A little slower in the larger envelope. At the same date. Press the red button. Okay. Weighed, metered, Season's Greetings. Woodruff Arts Center, thank you for support. Every piece of mail, right? Now take a look at the sealing, tip to tip. Did not matter. The larger envelopes, number 10 envelopes, 6x9, tip to tip sealing. One last feature that we're going to show you that I know Jay's going to like. We talked about savings, utilizing commercial-based pricing rates for your priority mail. Because you do about 10% of all your mails in priority mail. You can actually save anywhere from 6% up to 16%, depending on first-class partial, up to the priority mail, which you do each of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a medium flat rate box. I'm going to show you the savings here. So hit the press the rate wizard at the bottom.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Let's do the priority mail flat rate. Next. Okay. Let's do the medium, which that's the medium box. Okay. Do you do any of these services here?
Delivery confirmation.
Okay. Great. Next. There you go. And finish. Press the green button. Or actually, let's hit label. And now you can pick roll tape, pre-cut label. You can actually pre-cut label is good. It's on the other end.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And there you go. So as you can see, what do you see on the label itself? You see where it says?
We have the priority mail.
Yep.
And it's actually got commercial-based pricing.
It's commercial-based pricing. So you actually save now.
That's great.
So Alexis, any questions on what you've seen so far?
No, this has been very thorough.
All right, perfect. You liked what you've seen?
Yes, very much.
Great. We'll now hand you back over to Chris.
Thank you,
Well,
Jim.
Alexis and Jay, thank you so much for coming in for the demo today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. And let me ask you, with the demo today, did we accomplish addressing these business critical items, the ease of use, looking at operational efficiencies and ways to maximize those, looking at the durability of the device, sealing, your ink costs, and of course using your tapes? Were all of those things addressed in a way that you think that they will help Woodruff Arts Center?
Yes.
Absolutely, I think you did a wonderful job. I really appreciate you having us out.
Yeah, well, thank you. Again, I appreciate you coming. But let me ask you something. I just put on a pot of coffee. Why don't we review the paperwork and get this thing started?
Super.
That'd be great.
Sounds like a good idea.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You betcha. Thank you. Thanks.